Alright, well, hopefully this works. We'll find out as we go along. It says excellent so far, so maybe. Alright. If anyone goes back to watch this, I'm just trying to make sure the live stream at least works. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Okay, we can start now. Well, hello to anyone that decides to view this. Figured I'd try working on some game dev while I'm here. I am following a tutorial right now, as much as I would like to be really good at this. I keep going on and off with it, so is what it is. But figured I'd do this before work. It's always nice. Let me at least make sure the software still works, by the way. Oh. It's been a while since I've been in this, so. Okay, well, it works. That's all I had to make sure of. Yeah, there's no audio clips yet. So, I do have to mute the desktop audio for now, but, that's fine. Alright. Here. Let's see. Just trying to find. Could do that. Yeah. So, for anyone that watches this part, the timer will basically try to indicate when I won't speak and when I will speak. Just as a little, so I can at least focus a little more on it, because I won't be able to have the text up as much as I'd want to. Let me see if I can change it to that. Nope, I'd have to go into the settings and change it. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just do the 50-minute. Then if anyone joins, hello. I'll try to see your message as soon as I can. Alright, let's get started. Man, I swear I had one of these. Apparently I don't. Alright. You know what? I think I have everything implemented in already. Retro 3D. Alright, Retro 3D, First Person, Dream Forest, DNK Dev. What's this one? Ah, the hospital. Asylum. Shader Pack obviously is on. Let's see. Which one did I pick? Should be around 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. Yeah, it's never that low. There it is. See if I can. Oh, Jesus, that's horrible. Can I just. Yep, that good. Whew. That was horrible. Alright, I have to remember how to edit this. Might take me a second. 5, okay. I gotta remember 5. Render. I just 5. Nope. Doesn't do it. Have to edit it? No. Is it texture? Ah, it was texture. Okay. Bring this down to 512, I believe. Where's the saving feature? Oh, apply. And a little lower. Oh, if none of you can tell what I'm trying to do, basically I'm gonna pixelate the game. So I want to kind of have everything a little lower than, resolution wise. But I don't want it like too clunky. Oh, like that. Yeah, that's too clunky. You want it to at least be decent. Like that. But you can still see the blockiness from afar. Alright, let's try this. Oh, well, I don't need that. Don't need that. Alright. What was the goal? Gathering assets, brainstorming. Okay, gotcha. I'll bring this over here for now. Just so that we can all see it. Again, it's no surprise I'm doing a tutorial right now. So, hey, here's one of them. I have like 3 different people right now, but I wanted to do his since I got his free a long time ago. Games, I mean right now. What are my other games? I rarely play that one, but Abiotic is definitely. I'm gonna use that one for the inspiration mostly. For this game at least. Oh, remember, Alex, tab does not work as you'd want. Small parts about this game. Really? That's great. No clue why that's happening. There we go. It's Obi. Yeah, by the way, for anyone who watches, if you ever decide to do anything game dev wise, try to always have a like this, for instance. This is just theirs, and I'm using it for the tutorial, but I have my own separate one that I personally use. But in their case, you know, it's a pretty good pamphlet. It keeps your ideas in one place, and you can just genuinely see everything that you want. You know, especially if you're trying to make an actual, full-fledged game. In this case, I'm not. I'm just trying to get a game out. But as you can tell, like popular Steam tags, for instance, if you wanted to release one for popularity reasons and you wanted to get your name out there, this is a great way to do that. At least according to what I know so far. No, yeah, don't show that again. It keeps popping up. All right. But my goal right now is just to fill these out. I'm not going to do this one today since I already have an idea of what I'm going to do. But if anything, I'm going to use these as a main factor. All right, no caps. Not great. I press tab again. Okay, it didn't affect it. All right, what were the assets I'm using? This one doesn't count in my case. Hospital horror pack. Yeah, I felt like I was using the wrong word. I don't know why it's on Yahoo. Relating to the immediate surroundings of something. Beginning. It's really the only reason I got it, but it works in our case. Okay. Again, this is not supposed to be a good game. I'm doing this solo. The Dream Forest tree. It was mainly because at the time that I got it, I had a little extra money, so I was like, yeah, might as well. Dream Forest tree. I feel like there's an A I'm missing. Search up foliage. Okay, I just had an extra L. That's why. I'm trying to get my spelling down so then when I start coding, I don't have any of these kinds of mistakes where I just because I can't spell something. So, yes, that's one thing I will say too. If you ever decide to do this, try to work on spelling as much as you can. And if you don't think you're right, make sure you're not. Make sure you're right. Just try to make sure as best as you can. I keep saying environment. Yeah, it's a more simple way of putting it. And then retro 3D. Is it shader pack? Yep, shader pack. As the name says, retro. There we go. What are interesting story ideas I want? Never thought that far ahead for this, to be fair. Let's see. I'm on the second page already. Again, I'll fill this all in later when I'm not on stream, just so I don't have to entirely bore you guys with all these details. But I don't know why I didn't save, so I'm just gonna do these as quick as I can for anything possible. I'm gonna leave that one for now. I know retro is actually a popular tag right now. And let me just capitalize that. And congratulations. I know it's going to be around there. Assets framework, story. Again, we'll do the story on my own time so then it doesn't have to bore you guys. Alright, let's get started. I can put this back with the other items. And hopefully, while you guys are watching, I get to... The reason I'm going back on this tutorial is because last time when I tried to do it, I got pretty well in, but then I did a mistake and it started, messing with everything. And let's see. The portion right now that we are on is 43 minutes long. So, tutorial wise, I'm assuming for this to take 2 hours. At the very least, to be fair. So, but in the aspects of the game itself, I do want it to look kind of like the sky color-wise. So, let's see. When I have it shining, I'm going to put the light over here just to make sure, everything's coming from that direction, and then put the shaders in later. And let me find... Is it H? It's not H. G? Not G. Alright, let's not mess with this stuff just to be sure. I don't want to mess this stuff up right now. We don't need that straight off the bat. I gotta stop. I gotta stop trying to bite my nails. It's a bad habit of mine. But I do already have the colors for my game, which I can show right now. It's gonna be around this. Since it's gonna be a snowy terrain with ice, this is roughly what I want. This is for mainly the skies. This is gonna be partially to the ground though, so whenever it shines off of it, it's gonna give off a red, but also a bluish hue. Kind of like purple when they mix. But it's mainly because of the lighting and then also the kind of level I'm going for. I want it to be like deep ice, if that makes sense. But if not, that's fine. Hopefully, though, as we continue, it gets better. But we'll see. Anything's possible, to be fair. Let's see. I want to save this. There we go, save. Right, well, hopefully that the worksheet that you all saw earlier, it's saved now. So then I don't have to worry about that. Because I swear, every time I do this, it always just decides to. Oh yeah, I do have you guys right here. So if anyone does decide to chat, I'll have you here. Yeah, let's just switch these two real quick. Give me 1 sec. Alright, should be good. Alright, let's start the actual game dev part. As much as we can. I do unfortunately have to mute the tutorial though for obvious reasons. Speaking of that, I am missing something in my assets. And this is really going to make or break a lot of things. Let's hope. Yeah, I have a or I used to have a lot. To be fair, this is only about like half of what I used, like barely half of what I used to have. Man. Let's see. Unity registry. 3D. If I go here, I feel like I'm gonna mess it up. So I'm just not gonna. My assets. Where is it? There's one in here that gives. I feel like it was asset pack. Standard. Oh, standard. That's what it was. Yep, there it is. Check out starter assets, first person and third person. I've had bad luck with this one though. Direct download. Again, I really just. Scared of this crash and everything. You know what? Just go for it. We'll be fine. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll be fine. Just means I gotta get rid of it. Don't worry. I will definitely see if there's any issues with it down here. Hopefully, though, they pop up within the import window. Which, well, y'all will get to see what that looks like if it does. No, that's fine. All right, there's. Thank God. All right, please, just don't be buggy. That's the only problem with this asset pack. it can be buggy. Which again, that's why I have the console here. These are all just audio files that I don't have set up yet. Which is, again, those are fine. Those will be set up later. Like my walking, for instance. If you saw in the asset packs, I have a snow and grass sound. I do need to bring those in. Sorry, I'm just worried about this breaking. There it is. I can't start my game, can I? Yep. Right. You will have to give me a bit. I know it's somewhere in this. Oh. Also, one more thing. I think it's not this one. Oh, that's pinstripe. Yep. All right. Well, can't find it. Yeah, I don't have those issues. All right, there we go. That's it. That's the one I've been trying to look for. All right, just give me 1 second, guys. Yep. Activator menu. Simple activator. And the assets? Yeah, project. So, what's it called? Simple activator. Yep, it's this one. Should just be able to delete that one. That's what it says. Please work. That's all I ask. Okay, we good? Things lagging a little bit. Just give it a sec, guys. Look, I have a $500 PC. All right. The original PC was 200, and I added $300 to it. Okay. No, I did not buy this from somebody. This is when they were selling really crappy PCs for a little while at Best Buy. I'm surprised it functions, to be fair, when I actually looked at what's on the inside. If you've ever seen a GeForce card, which I'm sure some people have, you'll notice how they usually have like a number or an X on, like at least next to it, at least something next to the GeForce. No, the card that was in there, I think I might have thrown it away to be fair, because again, there was no selling it. No one was gonna buy it, and if they did, I wouldn't blame them if they came after me for it. Oh, right. Gotta. Yeah, no, I don't have it. Give me a sec. No, I'm not one of those people that doesn't wear pants. All right, yeah, no. So I don't have it with me, but there was no numbers on it, whatsoever. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't even know where they got it. But that was really weird for me. God, wish someone would join. See, I just forgot to import the snow and grass. Because I know later on I'm going to need them. You know, I was actually going to try and make a cooking game a while ago. Because, I like cooking. But I kind of realized halfway through, I was just like, there's some things I'm going to leave to the real world. Like cooking, for instance. I have a VR headset. I play like cooking simulator. Like the one where it's really wonky on PC, where if you hold a pan, it's weird. But I like playing it on the VR. But yeah, I feel like no matter what I'll do, they'll be better at that one, which is not a bad thing. You know, just means I have to find a different subject. And at least in my eyes, I feel like they're really good at what they do. Keep yawning. It's horrible. Alright. Oh, hold on. I'm already messing stuff up. Give me one sec. Jesus. That's what it was. Okay. Terrain, settings, width, and is it width? Yeah, width and length. It's oh no. Save that just in case. Yeah, that's one thing also I will highly recommend to anybody watching throughout any point. Always just randomly throughout your projects, control save, especially if there's no errors yet. It's gonna massively help you. Because I've had occasions where Unity will just completely crash on random occasions too. So, yeah, one thing, always have Control S at your fingertips. It'll massively improve whatever you're trying to do. All right, there we go. All right. Yep, let's continue. Should be paint. Is it paint? Paint trees. Details. Should be fine. Use lower. Oh, Jesus. Wait, do I already have 3D pack on this? Oh, I do. Let's see. Jesus. Alright. Where is. Alright. This standard. Retro 3D. just regular? Yeah, it's just regular. Okay. You know, that's kind of the one thing I do wish, though, that my PC could, this. Hold on. Also, yes, I have a snow globe on top of my thing, but, this little dinky thing. Yeah, also you can see the PC name right there. But one thing I do wish is that it could withstand having 3 monitors, because if I could, I'd have another monitor just over here just for the streaming. Because I try to keep this one work, this one side stuff, and then if I could, have one up there just for pure messaging and stuff like that. Whew. I wish I had food right now, but I have water. All right. Let me try to figure this out because, again, I've even taken a class in real life at this point, and it never comes out correct. Ah, yeah. See, that's what I was looking for. Remember when I was trying to change the sky? Yeah, that's why. All right. Decrease the brush size a little bit. All right. Real quick. Hold on. There we go. I just want that focusing on there because when I look at this, I wanna see the terrain because that's the camera that's gonna get all the action. If you know what I mean. Gotta be like one of those cryptic people that are like, if you know, you know. That stuff's ridiculous sometimes. My brother does that stuff though. Right. I do want my terrain to be a little bit wonkier. I want it to feel like you're going through somewhere that, maybe you wouldn't normally go through. On normal occasions, like a bunch of little hills that you would go on to. Alright, oh, that's bright. Jesus. If I'm correct. Yep. Shift brings it down. Yeah, no. Also, this is just a side thing. I don't know if anyone else's high school ever had this. I've been out of high school for a while now. But if your high school ever does give it an opportunity to do game dev, I would highly recommend it. Because even if you don't want to do game dev itself, but you want to do anything computer related, it's a really good starting point, especially when it comes to code. That's one thing I did learn while in a class. Hence why I want to do, computer stuff now. That's what made me truly learn that. Also, gotta turn off the, cause Jesus, I had this problem on VR before when I tried to make a VR game. Like that was ridiculous. Yeah, hopefully I can change the shading problem later. And then when I add the whole retro aspect to the camera, which will make it look like I don't know, a PS2 game or a PS1 game to be fair, like the old Half-Life, if you know what I'm saying. It'll have a higher resolution version of that, but it'll be nice eventually. So I'm not gonna be too worried on terrain today, but I do want to get the visual aspects done because that's what's important to me today. Because tomorrow I want to start working. Yeah, even this. person I'm watching. Also, the person I'm watching, he's the one who made the first tree, I believe. Again, it's been about 4 years since I've had this tutorial. I think he updated it a little bit, but that's it. Yeah, his. Oh, Jesus. I just looked at the Unity version he has. Yeah, he has the 2019. See, that's 4 years ago. Environment. 5 direct. Is it direct? Also, let me see if I have anyone in chat yet. Nope, I do not. But that's fine. Uh, no, that's not what I wanted to try and do. F? Oh, okay, so it's F. So which means go here, F, there. Hold on. Oh, he's in scene. I keep forgetting people do that. And then let's see. I have to figure out. Oh, no, no, that's not what I need. God damn it. Just entirely. Is that? I think I got different settings than he does. Delete, delete. Missing. Hold on. What's he in? Bake. I don't want to bake. I would like to bake a cake, if that's what he's asking. This stuff is new to me. Because what's confusing me is that he has these settings enabled, so it might be that. That might be what I'm looking for, to be fair. Yeah, gotta wait for it to reprocess. You good, PC? I'm gonna save just in case. Alright, well, if anyone joins, do let them know. I'll be right back. So, by the way, if anyone ever decides to get into VR, I do highly recommend you getting something to attach it to the roof. Really helps. Alright, I'll be back. Give me one sec. Alright, there we go. Speaking of that, I don't need this open. Alright, let us continue with our little tutorial, just more of, if you guys want to join, watching, I'll try to answer back if you message, just, Jesus. Alright, real quick, I want to move, I wish I could move that to wherever I please. I know that there's some way to move it to your view, but I'm going to clarify, I do not know how. I don't know why I'm not just doing it from this view. Jesus. Alright, I think I've lost it. Give me a sec. Uh-oh. Wait, there it is. Found it. Shit. There it is. Okay. That was gross. Alright. Load that in. Yeah, I can't even see it now. Jesus. Alright, let's just... Again, I'm trying to do a lot of this off of memory. Okay, kind of want the light to be like around here. All right, Alexa, how do I bring items to me in Unity upon my view?
From unity.cn, you can drag items from the results area to any part of Unity that supports them. For example, the hierarchy window, the game view, or the inspector.
Alexa, how do I make an item slingshot to my point of view in Unity? Fuck.
From wikihow.com, to make a slingshot, start by
Alexa, how do I make an item that goes to my perspective in Unity?
From informant.com, select the existing object, click the object menu, point to perspective, and then click move plane to match object.
Align with view. Oh, okay, that actually worked. Hold on. Because I want to do it from this perspective. Alright, this is gonna be the toughest part. Trying to get this perfectly aligned. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfectly aligned up there, but when it comes to the lighting itself. Screaming child in my house, apparently. I think that should be fine. Let's find out. Yeah, right now it's gonna be horrible. I don't like it when it does that either, but you know. Okay, yeah, that one's fine. My, man, my PC's gonna have a field day later on in this. I already know it. Right, okay. Lighting. Needs to go to the lighting tab to this one. Color. Where's my inspiration? Null colors. Can do this one. No, you're fine. Then, what's it? It's not this one. This one doesn't matter at all. I think it's just, because again, I want it to be like the snow's been there a while. Which, if anybody here has ever lived in a snow environment, you'll kind of realize if you look at it, regardless of what kind of lights on it, there's always a bluish hue to it. Which again, later on, as I get further into this, again, I've gotten through quite a bit of this before. It's, look, I like this guy's tutorials. There's a reason I come back to them. All right, and then I need a material itself. Need to change the color of it. Give me a second, guys. I'm not gonna have it this blue. Yeah, no way. Uh, no. Yep, and then I can just bring down that bluish. Since it's being a mix of the two, since the ground's gonna be kind of blue, I want to have that purple, which is also the same in this guy's tutorial, conveniently. You know, he's using a different sky, but I do like how he represents this kind of stuff. Oh, would you look at that? Swear, if you ever go on X, which I created an account, I won't share it now, but eventually I will. But if you ever go on there, just expect bots. Uh, okay, so I was about to skip through this section since I already did it. Kind of glad I didn't. Um, which one was it? Filter mode, bilinear, point, no filter, repeating. Yep. Okay, this is what I messed up on. Because now, yep, there it goes. That's what I was looking for earlier. I was wondering why it looked off compared to what I've seen before. Yeah, that's why it's good to just go back to tutorials every once in a while. Alright, give me one sec. Let me try out the 128 again. If I had a filter on, which made my view blocky, would that be decent? Or no. Or 258. We'll go to 256 for now, and then later on, if I don't like it, I'll change it. But again, I don't know yet. Not gonna worry too much about it. We're just getting through the visual details. Starting to remember why I had Discord open. It wasn't for messaging people. I'm in a little group. I like to look at it every once in a while. Just oh, another thing for anyone who ever wants to do this. Try to go into game dev groups. They're great for keeping just inspiration over time because you are gonna lose some of it over time unless you're God. Wait, could I have just done that here? Oh, I could have. Oh, okay. I do feel like it's not. No, it's quicker because you don't have to click on the physical game object up here. You just come over here, right click, align with view. I'm making excuses, but sometimes making an excuse in this context is good. Leg. I gotta put that down. My posture's horrible. Alright, let's continue this so then I can actually show you guys interesting stuff. Imagine if I had that on. That'd be ridiculous. There we go. I should create a lake later on, so I can use the shininess to its advantage fully. uh, all right. Look, I'm really not supposed to show you guys this, but oh man, y'all might like this. All right. Look. So even even as someone who hasn't released a game, I never understood how you get to this. To be fair. Oh wait. Oh, speaking of that, actually, I just you should do this so I can see the chat. I can also see the tutorial. It's great. But how do you get to this? That's my question. I feel like that's more impressive if you manage to do that. Because as you guys have seen, I've even before I adjusted anything, you know, there was no fully black shadows. So, in, at least in Unity's case, I don't understand how you get to this. Or in Unreal either. Because I've messed around with some Unreal. I feel like that's pretty hard to do. Alright, well, enough of my ranting. Back to this. You would think coffee would help. Does not. Right here, edit, add, two, add, and then four. Hold on. A little more. Z. Damn. There we go. Oh, Jesus. Where is it? What am I looking for? Oh, okay. So, yeah, I'm trying not to rewind any of this, which makes some of this harder. Okay, 300. That's the start, correct? Yes. There we go. All right. Again, the textures will all change on these trees, but for me, I like the trees. He doesn't recommend it anymore, but yeah, I feel like they're pretty nice. Oh Jesus, having that tutorial out of its regular window is horrible for my frames. So, for anyone here who's watching, or if anyone who decides to watch and rewind this, I'm going to pre-warn you, do not do that if you ever decide to do a tutorial while you're on stream. Just don't pull out a separate window for it. It dropped my frames. Delete that one. Okay. This is the part I was most excited to getting to with this guy's tutorial. Because every time I do this, I never seem to get it quite right. It's always the tree that gets me. Because as much as I wish it would go smoothly, it never does. Retro, this, Dream Forest. Give me a sec. I'm being special. Redwood. I need to bring out the asset, I believe. Yeah, bring out this one since I'm using number 2. Give me one sec. Gotta pop it back. There we go. Texture. Nope. Trying to change it. Jesus. None. Damn it. Alright, well. I'll try to use his. Does that look decent? That kind of look like his? Kind of. Could be a little more brown. But also kind of. Alright, that should be good for now. It's fine. Terrain, trees, refresh. Nice. Hold on, hold on. I want to make sure this is correct. Yep. Even the branches are blocky. Also, by the way, for anyone who ever also decides to do this, I know I keep saying that, but whenever you see these arrows, I wouldn't worry about them too much unless there's something very important here. For instance, let's say you're doing a first-person character, okay? And this isn't even from a tutorial. This is just from my perspective and what I've seen. Whenever you're doing a first-person character, and let's say it says something wrong with the code for walking, for instance, in the case of, the surface area of mesh, you know, but let's say you're trying to do one where it says a code isn't working for your, character in that instance. As long as it isn't an audio clip, I would try to check it out beforehand because later on you might not be able to find it as easy compared to if you were to try and do that now. But as long as it's within the yellow too, and you can walk around with your character when you press play, it's not something that's overly important. There's stuff you can find out later, sure, why not? Go ahead. But for right now, your goal is to just try and make the game. And if trying to troubleshoot everything right now, for some people it works, but for someone like me, it does not. It actually, kind of makes me lose a little more interest at the beginning, especially. Because that's all it feels like it is at that point. But that's just my perspective. I have Photoshop. I have it for a different tutorial, so I'm just gonna use that. All right, yeah, just give it 1 second, guys. I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay, what are we doing? Paint. It's been a long while since I've used Photoshop, so y'all might have to give me a minute. Trust me, this sucks for both of us. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. No, see, it's not just hitting this image. That's not a good thing. Um, no, no. Bring it back, bring it back. Thank you. Jesus. All right. That's. See, why wasn't that appearing before? Ew. No, you see, control two. No, because again, it's affecting everything. It's not what I want. Opacity. I should probably try to keep that up. Um, oh, there we go. Okay. Again, my bad. It's been a long while since I've done this. We're all learning together. Also, is that wrapped? No, it's not. Okay. Sorry, I can't see the camera right now. hope all this stuff goes somewhere though. It's gonna be kind of sad if it doesn't. You know, put a long time into this. I'm not a person who gets really put down by the stuff, but just like anyone else, it does hit me. All right, I feel like the hardness. That sounds weird, but I feel like it's just too high. Opacity. No, that's not it. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna. Okay. So he did this. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's what I was looking for earlier, but I don't know why I couldn't find it. And then see the hard. I don't know what the hardness means in this context. To be fair. Okay. All right. Let's see if that. Yeah, I changed it. Nice. Yep. And then he just brought this up on how. Okay. Optimized. And then it should kind of. Okay. And now this is the important part for us. Okay, we got to figure out what color we want these. I'm doing something wrong. I definitely am. Oh, Jesus. Never mind. No. Fuck. Please, fix it, fix it. Man. Alright, give me a second, guys. It's gonna be difficult. Open, because I'm pretty sure it just unsaved that. Everything I just did right there. Yep. Why would I want to do that? Alright, well. Alright, well, at least I know how to do it this time. You know. Alright, let's not. We ain't joking around this time. Alright, there you go. And now this part. And I also want random blotches throughout this. So then when you look at it from a little bit further away, you know, there's going to be slightly different colors. It ain't just going to be the whole thing. You know, if you've ever seen one like that, you should understand what I'm saying. If not, well, just think of a brand. Think of leads just having the same color. You know, you never see that. All right, E again, select. All right, yep, should be none there. He has nothing there. Let me just. You see, now I gotta wonder why it's not working. Because I have that cut on. Well, that's correct. And then if I can't, just. Sometimes this stuff makes me want to cry. And now if I go back into here, Control S. Yes, I want to save it. Go back and do it. Okay. I found a way to not have to redo that every time. That is a big step up. Because, my lord. Alright, just 7. Just, I almost got scared for a second. That's just 1. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to assume that in my case, at the very least, I cannot change that from here. So what I'm going to do is actually just change it in here a little bit. You know. And then go back up to white. Feather these ones out. That should be good. Oh yeah, let's hope. Ooh. Oh. So it was affecting it. Just, yep, just give me 1 minute, guys. Alright, well I can't go that far back. Well, that's fine. I was looking at the wrong tree, that was the problem. Alright. Tip for anyone, look at the main object before you do anything. Because otherwise you're gonna have a this. This is horrible. That is absolutely atrocious. Well, that's fine. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, to be fair. forgot, you're gonna apply this to every tree. Which means I need to do this a little lighter. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. Now this is where I want to adjust these settings specifically. Like shadow strength. I want it a little bit lighter. Nah, that one was fine. That one's fine too. No. Oh, come on. I changed everything. Give me a sec. Wait, what? And this one's also a none. Yep. No, no, obviously all those ones will change too. Here, here. I'm the right one, right? Yeah, the grass texture. Uh, grass. Frond 02. Okay, it's this one. And then damn it. See, now I have to go back in the tutorial a little bit. It's, man, I really gotta stretch more. Alright. Minimum height. 0.5. Point. I don't know. Noise. Never seen a noise seat before, but that's fine. Alright. um, that's horrible. I don't mean to be that dude, but that's horrible. Yep. Size like around here. Around. Really? I feel like definitely cut it down from whenever this man did it. Cause Jesus. I don't blame him though. To be fair, I mean, if I just do one, no, just one. I do have to cut down on the wind a little bit, but you know that's fine. Should be in here, right? Yep, wind. All right. I want to see what his settings are. Nope, you kind of need that, Alex. Yep. Give it just a sec. Nice. All right, yeah. You know, of course we're gonna change the texture on it, but you know, for now that's pretty good. Would this change it? Nope. I don't know why. Is it my computer? No, it's not my computer. At the very least. That's a first, to be fair. Hold on. Wait. When I played it, I want to see something. I want to see how. No, no, that's about correct. Oh, there, that's done. I want to see if I can. All right. I know there's no one in here, but if someone is and I just can't see, I'll be right back. Again. All right. Let's continue this as much as we can. Oh, hold on. I might have just, again, this isn't in his tutorial or anything, because this happened before this stuff was added. Oh, Jesus. But that is what I was looking for. So in my case, completely remove the 5, add the 2. Yeah, there. So then for certain areas I'll have more grass, certain areas I'll have less. That's what I wanted. There, we'll add that for now so that I can see. It's, maybe? Hopefully. I keep forgetting I have my opacity down to nothing. Yep. Okay, and then now I can change it in here. Correct? Yeah, okay. I need to fit the terrain a little more. You know, it, it almost completely changes the shading of the ground when I mess with it. So which means I really want to get this one down. That should be okay. Yeah, it's more of just a texture on the ground in my case. All right. I know I said this earlier, but this is really my favorite part. Mm. Oh, okay. Whenever you guys are following a tutorial, by the way, anytime they have anything to do with the camera, but you want to keep the character in the correct position, one thing I will highly, highly recommend is that if they're moving the character itself and you have one pre-selected, okay, he brings this up way later in the tutorial than I feel like he should have, but he doesn't. But for whenever you're gonna move one of these, like anything related to him, to like your player view, for instance. If you saw earlier, direct lighting, I right clicked, align with view. Anytime you do that though with a player model, always click the top one unless that's not where the player object is itself. Because you need everything to go with it in most cases. At least when it comes to in this perspective. Again, he mentions it, but for some people it's always a little too late. You know, they don't want to go back and fix that. Uh, Player camera, add component, post processing layer. Yeah, again, see, I already had the post processing ready. That's nice. Boop. What kind of object am I creating here? I want to make. What did he make? Okay, an empty. I was like, I felt like it was, but again, I'm following the tutorial. I really do not want to mess this up. Uh, Post. Enter. There we go. Why not? Where do I see that? Nope, not there. Jesus. Okay, I get it. Heh. Then I could, mess with that. Yep. Okay, I have everything. Okay. I want to make sure I have everything he has enabled so that I can see this later on. I don't want to, you know, mess this up. Again, I've done it before. It's horrible when you mess up in a tutorial and you try to go back through it and look. It's never good. You do it. Don't get me wrong. Like you do it. Really don't want to. A vignette. All. Nope. Give me 1 second. Oh, just my roommate. That's fine. I was like, ooh, am I gonna get somebody? All right, let's think about this. Because again, we're gonna have a blocky filter over this later. So we want it to look decent right now. I think about that. We'll be fine. Hold on, man. Goddamn. Jesus. This dude moves fast. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one down here as a representation of what I want. The top one, you know, when I'm making it, it's gonna look a little different. You know, that's fine. Do I want to mess with this? Yes, but not like that. You know. Okay, if everything is shining off of the ground and that kind of has a reddish, red, blue, you know, purple. Kind of want it darker, but alright. And one tip I'll have for anybody who does this: act like everything is gonna mess up in a sense. So you want to be careful with some features right now. Yes, I put that the wrong way. How do I say this without it sounding rude? If you want to massively mess with something, I would recommend opening up a second program and trying it there first, just to make sure the main program, like in my case, is this. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. I really hurt my thumb a while ago, and it's healing weird. But whenever you try to do this stuff, you just gotta be careful with certain aspects. This dude picked 9. Hold on. I want to see what this guy's settings are, and then I'll adjust from there. And then this is the red aspect of it. Which, if you've ever done any kind of photography before, you'll kind of realize, in a lot of cases, temperature is while it's important, it's not going to be the main aspect of what you're trying to do, because you still want the original photo to have some meaning. But you still want it to look really nice, if you know what I'm saying. heard my again. I heard my hand earlier today. It's just not agreeing with me. uh, this kind of reminds me of some of the newer retro games that are coming out. How they have that really just simply put. I mean, you can tell by the name, but high saturation value to it. Like something named like High Kill or around those lines. Another indie dev. He made a really good game. All right, beware, you might get blinded by this. Jesus. Holy crap. This dude. Again, he moves fast. Okay. Let's see. 1.95. Again, we can adjust all this later, but I want to make it decent to what he's going to be doing for now. Again, we can change all this stuff later, but right now we're learning. Also, I want you to get here, right? That's what it's called, monochromatic. Okay. I was kind of wondering that earlier. I need part of the lighter. Uh, pair camera, inspector. Should be in here. Deferred, forward. Okay. No, right. I'm supposed to be messing with fog. 20. There you go. Wait, 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 wait. There we go. Set shape. Wait, whoa. God damn, again, this dude. Alright. Rotation over lifetime. Yep. Yeah, I love this dude. Jesus. Right. To material, right? Yeah. Okay. Hold on, hold on. Dude. Hold on. Jesus. And then quad. That sounded weird, but that's fine. There we go. Hold on. Oh. Who needs that? Audio SFX. What's it? Type. Static. What? Oh, there we go. Okay, I was gonna say 1 through 5. All right, that's 1 through 6. If I'm correct, I used to have a wind effect. No, I might have to re-download it. It's gonna be kind of sad if I do, but it's fine. Also, you guys can't hear it. I'm gonna let y'all hear it. later, but for now that's pretty good. Pretty good. All right, let's. Yep. All right, everything's gonna start loading in now. Import. Let's see if I can just import it from here. Okay. Wind. Oh, I do have it. Give me one sec. Let me see if I can. Yeah. All right. To be fair, I was not expecting that to work, but I forgot I had it. Okay, so it was something in my house. I heard tire screeching, and I was like, oh god, did someone crash outside? Just close that. I don't need that anymore. Jesus Christ. This dude. That's my leg. That hurt. Alright. Same thing. No. My bad. Sorry about that. Give me one sec. I gotta remember what this one sounds like. It might be a different one. Yeah, that's horrible. I'm glad you guys can't hear that. Ah, damn. Give me a minute. Oh, it's not repeating. Okay, give me a sec. I mean, I could have this one as. Yeah, okay, we'll leave that one for now. We do need a tree wind, however. Alright, let's see if I can find this one without having to, re-download it, because I really do not want to do that right now. 405 561. Nope. Damn. Oh yeah, I tried doing one of those Blender tutorials again. Yeah, that didn't go so well. I crashed it. And yeah, that was great. No, we'll leave. You know, oh, okay. Y'all can't see it, but remember earlier when I was mentioning the camera issue? Yeah, he just got to that. Alright, let me turn down the no. Well, that's fine. I just need. Oh shit. Well, whoops. Mouse sensitivity. There it is. Okay, so I need to bring that down to like 3. There you go. Yep. I have the crouching. You know, the running. All right. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to think of it. Here. That's my back. Is that good? You know, if any of you guys saw those flickering lights earlier, yeah, you'll notice that they're gone now. That's great and for me, because I kept seeing that and it was bugging me. want to try running and see if it does the same thing as it does. Yep, does a faster footstep sound. I don't hear a landing sound though. So which means I gotta go here, jump, running. There it is. Okay. Ah, no, it's not that I need. I need the. That's horrible. I don't know why they thought those SFX would work. I need a louder snow sound. Again, these are just quick sounds. Maybe? Let's see. We'll find out. That's horrible. Again, God. Okay, let's just none for landing, cause Jesus, I can't. Why is that so bad? Okay, well, no, I know why it's bad now. And I can change all that stuff later. Oh, that's great. So now if I click out of it, I can't play it. This happens every once in a while. I don't know why. Okay. Snow particles. I want to make sure these go hit the ground. Did that hit the ground? Yes, I know. Crouching game. It hit the ground. I count that. Okay, so here. Is it here? Yep, okay. 28. Save. Now if I this one. Yay me. His. Oh, point. That's what I was. That was. There we go. Okay, and then. Hmm. See, why is it appearing on his, but not on mine? That's not the reason. Which means I can put that back. Layer, post processing. Nope, default. That's weird. That's the only way it shows up. Not just everything. Oh. Oh no, that's bad. I want it to show up on post processing. And still not showing up. Default. Yeah, I'm trying to get it to show up on this. It's just not. Because the camera is doing something? Oh, Jesus. Uh. Oh, that was horrible for a second. It's gonna make me cry. No. Damn it. Okay, so something's going on to where I can't see it unless I change directional. Yeah, bringing it up won't help. Directional, the flare here. This 256. Repeat. None. Oh, okay, there we go. These don't have a physical object, do they? Because if I go behind, yeah, okay. Yeah. If you guys ever wanted to see, by the way, if your objects had a physical object with them, it's a good way to do it. You know, use the lens flare as a telltale. Right there, though. I want to get that lens flare as good as I can. There. be fair, if anyone's watching, this could mess everything up. It did not. Ooh, I've had it to where it's done it before. Ooh. Yep, all. Jesus. Oh, I want to like, I think 3? Maybe 4 was the right one. It just looks terrible right there. Yeah, okay, so 4 was the right value. It just looked horrible when it was in the other. Okay. He didn't do this yet. It's just, I remember this breaking for some reason. Scared me a little bit. But, yeah. Whew. Alright, though. But, for today, I'll be back on tomorrow. But for today, that's all I'm going to be doing for this. You know, I said 3 hours. I'm about 30 minutes short of that, but I wasn't expecting to get through that section of what I was doing that quickly. So it's a bit of a surprise to me. But, you know, well, if any of you guys ever want to join in, just let me know. You'll have a great day. This is Sturts Game Dev. Peace out.